Hey guys, welcome to this quick lesson here on learning your first intro. This is a huge part of Boogie Woogie because generally you don't just start playing, you play a little intro and then you go right into the 12-bar blues progression. So we're gonna hop right into that, and then you're going to have an intro at the end of this lesson that you can add onto your improvisation that you learned through the Boogie Woogie Basics course and the 3 beginner riffs that you also recapped in this course and you learned in the Jonah's riff toolbox at the end of the Boogie Woogie Basics course as well. And then after this lesson, the ending, you're going to have the full package to really put down a solid improvisation for a few minutes, and if you practice it enough, it's gonna sound super good and impressive. All right, so let's get into it. We're gonna start here with the explanation first of what an intro even is. So the intro, it starts on the first bar of the 12-bar blues progression. So you're actually counting just how you would count if you would play the left hand. If you would just start the left hand, you would count the bars, right? You would have the first bar, and then the second bar, third bar, fourth bar, then you go on F, fifth bar, sixth bar, that's 8 bars, and then 9, 10, and then 11, and 12. That's the 12 bars. The intro starts on bar 1 and goes until bar 4. Meaning that when you're done with the intro, you saw that I went on to F because after 4 bars, the 12-bar blues progression comes to F. So whenever you play an intro that's 4 bars, you can also play one that's 8 bars or even 12 bars, but the normal intro is just going to be 4 bars. Then you're going to start your boogie, your bass line, your engine, you're starting it on F if you play in C, right? So on the 4th stage of the key that you're playing in, okay? That's very important to know. Now let's get into how to play your first intro. We're going to do this in C, and the most common way to do an intro, a little theory behind it, is actually to alternate between a normal C chord. So for example, this is just a C major chord with another C on top to make it louder, right? An octave. It's an octave and then we have the C chord. That's the C chord, right? And on the left hand, you play the same thing, also in C chord, but on the left hand often we like to play a C7 one, okay? So this would be a normal C chord, and this key here, the B flat, would be the 7 of a C chord, all right? It's a 7. C7. So just play that a couple times. And then you're actually going to leave out these 2 notes in the middle. So you're just playing C with the 5th finger here and B with the thumb. And on the right hand, you have that normal C chord. So just lay your hands on these keys right now. Do this with me. Play them one after the other. Okay? Maybe you can put them together a little bit. And there's no rhythm difference here. The hands are syncopated, so it's the same. You know, they both hit the keys at the same time. These are the notes you want. And all an intro does, usually, there's some other variations, you alternate, you rotate, you alternate between a normal C chord in the left hand, the C7 shape, in the right hand the C chord, and a C diminished chord, which is a bit more of a complex chord. And don't worry how the theory is behind it, how it's built. It looks like this. And that's how you get that tense, that tension building kind of sound that you want in the intro. So I'll show you here. We got C, well C7, but we leave the B away in the right hand. And then you got the, and then you go back to the C, then back to the diminished. All right. And how I like to do this in the left hand, when you go into the diminished chord, you're not gonna play the full chord like in the right hand. All right. You're just gonna go from the B up here to the A and add the F sharp. Okay? Just rotate between these two a little bit. So this is the first shape. Okay? The right hand, simple. First shape. And then also the diminished chord here is gonna look like this. We're gonna grab it like this. We're not gonna play the A, because we have it in the left hand. We're gonna leave that out. So we have, and then we just switch these two fingers in the middle to these keys. All right? So everything stays the same besides the two keys in the middle. So the top note stays on the C, bottom note stays on the C. So you're just going between these two. See that? You use the same fingers. Okay? That's the only two shapes, the only two chords you need for a basic intro. Okay? And together it sounds like this. All right? Oh, I forgot this one. So what I would suggest to practice this is to just ingrain the shape, is just alternate between these two notes here, these two chords, I mean, a few times. So you get the feel for it, you know which notes to play, okay? You know which shape to do, right? So first shape, first chord, C chord, and then C diminished chord, which is a little more tricky, a lot of black notes in here. All right. So once you've practiced that and you know the shape, you know the chords, you know the fingering and so on, you know, through the lesson here, we're now gonna get into the rhythm, and that's all, okay? So remember we're playing for 4 bars. So if I would count here, I'll show you. I'm not gonna do any fancy rhythm yet, like how you're gonna learn. Just to show you how to count, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I counted 4 times until 4, that's 4 bars, and that's why then we would start on the F. Okay? And you're going to do this like this. 1 full bar is gonna stay on C. So got 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the next bar is on the diminished chord, the C diminished chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2 bars. Then the third bar is going to be 2 beats on C and 2 beats on the diminished chord. So the half of the third bar is on the normal C, C7, and the other half is on the diminished. So it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, that's 4 bars, 4 beats in 1 bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half and half. And then the last bar is going to alternate each beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. and then the 4 is going to be empty. You want that break in the intro. So you got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Okay? I'll do the whole 4 bars here of the intro with counting. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2. Okay? Do it one more time with the and now. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And 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 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. See that? So on the last bar on the intro, the 4th one, the 4 is going to be empty. You're not playing anything on the 4th beat of the bar. So 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. So you're ending on the normal C7 shape, right? So one more layer to that, you know, before you get to this point, it's fine to just play it how we just learned it, just holding the keys, holding the notes, holding the shapes. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Just practice that, all right? So you get the understanding of where the break is at the end, how many bars in general, and when to alternate. You know, the first bar is fully on C, second bar is fully on diminished, and then the third bar is half and half, and then the 4th bar is even. Each beat changes. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Okay, so just use the video here to just ingrain that. All right, we're gonna play it one more time, very slow, and that's the part you can rewind, and then we get to one more layer to create a rhythm in the intro. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 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 1, and 2, and 3. Okay? Very slow here. You can rewind that and just practice that. So there's actually going to be one last layer now to the rhythm once you ingrained the chords, because it should sound like this, the intro, right? So this is going to start with an upbeat on the and of the last bar, so the 4 and. So we would have and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, so you got upbeats in every bar except the last one. I'll show you this. We're going to do the first one first. So we got and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, just play that with me. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Got another upbeat for the second bar. Okay. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. That's a third bar. So we're just going to do the first 2 bars here. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, diminished, 2 and 3 and 4. And you're just playing on every quarter note on the right hand and left hand, hitting it together, and you're playing the only note you're playing on an and is going to be the upbeat. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now you have one more upbeat for and for the third bar, where you're going to be alternating between C7 and C diminished. So 2 bars C7. I'll do it with the upbeat. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's the third bar. Let's do that again. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. Now the last bar has no upbeat. So no upbeat for the last bar. And in the last bar, if you remember, we play on each beat we change and we leave the fourth beat out. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. And we start on that F. All right, I'm just going to do the last bar, pop bar again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. Now let me play that just in tempo, and then I'll play it slow again for you to practice with me. Just in tempo first, so you know how it's gonna sound, or it's supposed to sound. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 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 2, and 3, and 4. Okay. Now we're going to play it super slow, the whole 4 bars of the intro, and then you have that part to fully just practice with it, rewind it, put it on slower speed, and ingrain that intro. And then you're going to have an amazing intro, your first intro, to add to your improvisations. And you can also then, in the future, learn more intros easier, because you have this skill of the intro and the knowledge, and the rhythm pretty much stays the same for most. So it's an awesome thing. And let me now play this slowly for you, and then you got the lesson completed. So, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Great. Now you have that part. Just rewind that. If it's too hard with the rhythm, go one step back. Use the chapters in the video to go one step back and play only the chords for the whole bars. Right, just the changes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, just the changes, not with the and with the. Okay. But great job either way. And this is really going to take you a step further again. And the next lesson will cover the endings, so then you have the full package. Then you can keep learning riffs, you can keep getting better. You can keep learning some secrets to turn your boogie to the next level that we're going to cover in this course and also in the next course, and the lessons and so on. So keep practicing. I'm so proud of you. You've come so far in the courses here, and you're going to really reach your goals if you keep going with the momentum that you have and with the speed that you're learning. All right? So take care. I'll see you in the next lesson. By the way, one other tactic that you're gonna learn are going to be breaks. As you just heard, it sounded like a lot of intros, but these were actually breaks that I played. And the break is just an intro that's not before the song, but in the middle of the song, to get like a relief, build some tension, then go back into that bass line. It's super powerful to really stand out. So learning this intro today is also for the breaks lesson that's in the advanced or pro level course. You know, that's gonna catapult your progress in that lesson anyway, because it's the same thing pretty much. This is like a double whammy lesson. If you master this intro, if you learn this lesson, then you're also gonna learn breaks very, very quickly afterwards. All right? I'll see you in the next lesson. Take care.